Good morning, your royal highnesses. It's your girl, Lady Lang, and I am back with another video. Okay, so I'm on here because I'm actually torn between two messages or two things that just stood out to me today and last night. But anyway, I think I am going to go with, as you can see, you should know better. So what happened is, okay, so last night in class we was talking about like our biases and things of that nature, and my instructor, my professor, said something really good. She said that one of her biases, or whatever it is that she needs to work on, is the fact that she assumes that the adult should know better, right? She assumes that the parent should have known better when she's dealing with the children or whatever. And, and I was like, yeah, that's right. Like, they should know better, right? They should know better. Or the parents should know better. But the thing is they don't. Some of them don't. We don't know better. We only know what we know. And so that was just something that kind of stuck out to me last night. How we always assume that the kids should know better, that these adults that we're coming in contact with should know better, right? Like, why are you doing that? You should know better than that. Or, different things of that nature. You should know better. And we'll tell the kids, stop jumping off the table or whatever it is. You know better. But do they? Know better? And so this morning when I was reading in my devotional time with God, one of the things that stood out was that God is getting ready to take the Israelites into the promised land, and he's telling them, hey, I brought you out of this crappy situation, so do better. Now, so do better. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to observe the things that I tell you to do. I want you to follow the rules that I tell you to do. And not only that, I want you to teach your children these rules, these statutes, these ways, these laws, so they'll know better, so they won't fall into the same crap that you've fallen into and I have to get you out of. This is just my own terminology for it, but for today's language and for us to understand. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we should know better. And if we don't know better, whose fault is it? It's the parents' fault, isn't it? To a certain degree, it's the parents' fault, because it's the parents' fault that they didn't teach their children. And that's what I'm encouraging you, parents. Teach your children. The Bible says train them up in the way they should go. And when they're older, they shouldn't depart. Not now, but, because they're going to test the waters. That's just what they're going to do. They're going to test the waters. So you need to teach them. You need to train them so they will know better. We're wondering why these children don't have any kind of manners. It's because they're not being taught. They don't know any better. They're not taught to respect their elders. They're seeing you indirectly. You're teaching them. When you talk about people and how you talk, they're picking that up. You're teaching them. This is the way that you conduct conversations. This is how you talk to people. These children have no etiquette because you're not teaching them. And I'm looking at, like, I deal with some young adults, some youth or whatever, and I'm thinking they should know better. Like, some of this stuff that they're doing, they should know better, but they don't, because the parents haven't taught them. So I just want to encourage you, parents. Teach your children while they are young. Teach them certain things. We try to instill in our children, things that they need to know for when they get older. Okay, my husband go out there and change the oil with my son because most of the time, I mean, it's not like it's not a woman's job or a woman can't do it, but you're a man, and that's, you know, and the way we see things is that's your responsibility. You should know how to take care of a car, even down to, I mean, he'll tell my daughter too, you need to make sure that you change the oil, you know, every so often. Your credit is very important. Don't let people don't put your name on other people's crap. You know, this is stuff that you should teach your children. Pay your debt. Pay your debt. Don't go out there and try to get stuff and you know you don't have the money to pay for it. Like, these are things that we should be teaching our children. And then we talk about equity or equality, and some of the reasons why we don't have the same starting line is the fact that you're just not teaching your children. Plain and simple as that. We have wonderful assets. We have wonderful assets, and capital. Wonderful capital. If we work together, navigational capital. There is somebody in your group that knows how to maneuver through certain situations, that know how to work the system. Let's say that, you know, that knows the system and can help you get to where you need to get, or get the help that you need to get. But one of the things is you can't be prideful about it either. Like, you need help, get the help. And if somebody's willing to navigate the system for you or tell you how to navigate it, take it. You need to know better. Learn it. And then pass it on to the next generation. Pass it on to the next person. But what we're doing is we're learning it and we're keeping it to ourselves. We don't want nobody to grow. We don't want nobody to be better than us. So we keep it to ourselves. No. This is a capital that I'm saying we as this society, we as this nation, we as my community, I'm going to say, need your help. You've been through it. Tell us how to get through it. You know, teach us. We don't know better because no one's teaching us. These kids don't know better because no one is teaching them. And so, you know, I just, you know, that you can't even keep the good stuff that you have because you don't know how to. Because you don't know, no one ever told you, hey, what did the Spider-Man say? With great power comes great responsibility. There's great responsibility behind all the stuff that you get. You best believe that if you get something, the devil is going to definitely try to take it from you. So you got to know how to war, how to fight it off. You got to know how to sacrifice certain things so that you can get and keep what you have. So y'all, you know, we should know better by now. We should know better by now. I'm just saying, we should know better. The Bible give us so many principles on how we can live this life successfully. And God promised that if we obey his teachings, if we reverence him, if we follow all his commandments, we'll succeed. We'll have a good life. But we're not teaching them that. We're teaching them that it's okay to go out there and booty shake. We're telling them that it's okay to go out here and put yourself out there to the point to where you got these these predators coming after you. You know, you're not teaching them how to conduct themselves in a modest way. You know, it's okay to booty shake at 2 years old. When has that been okay? And I know I'm gonna get a bunch of backlash or whatever it is, but that's not cute. That's not cute. If you didn't know better, you should know now, because I'm telling you, that's not cute. That's the type of stuff that these predators look at, and then you're wondering why certain stuff is happening. Is because we're not teaching our children. We're not teaching, so they're not learning. But if you teach them, they will learn. But, you know, I will blame it on this too. Maybe it's the parents that don't know. Maybe it's the parents that don't know. So for us, the Bible says that those that are the mothers, Teach your young daughters. Fathers, teach your son. It don't have to be your biological son or daughter. Somebody that you come across. With love and kindness, teach them. We always assume that they know, but they just may not know. Their parents may not have taught them. And that's why they're in the situation that they're in. Pray for them. Teach them. Ask them, do they need some help? And yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm done with ranting. At least on this topic. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.